This next story is a true story of the black experience in Thailand and the obstacles they face, like their skin color and negative stereotypes. This story should be used as an example of what are the possibilities when traveling around the world. This is a story you don't want to miss. Stay until the end. It may change your perspective. Here it goes.
Day in the life living in Thailand as a black man. So when I wear my hair like this, real wild and natural, other foreigners, they don't get it. Some may compliment me, but for the most part, they look very intimidated and uneasy.
It's titled Black Experience in Thailand. Is there racism in Thailand? I met Kendricks at the Bangkok airport. We happened to be on the same flight from Japan and had noticed each other there. We tend to stand out on a plane full of Asian travelers. We started chatting at baggage claim and exchange information. We've been friends since and meeting up in Bangkok whenever our schedules permitted. This includes us going to the greatest food court on the planet and eating KFC, perpetuating the stereotype, lol. Kendrick comes from a very similar background as my own. I place a high value on his opinion regarding Thai race relations for two reasons. One, he lives in Thailand. I've only lived there for a grand total of 7 months. He's got years under his belt in a rural environment. Secondly, he's blacker than I am. I'm clearly American. I'm rarely mistaken for African. Kendricks, on the other hand, can easily pass for African or Jamaican with his darker skin tone and dreads. A distinct difference between my lighter skin and bald head. I asked him to share his story and experience in Thailand and Asia. He graciously accepted. So that part was the minority nomad. I'm assuming this part is through Kendrick's eyes. In April 2012, I accepted a position as an installation and commissioning manager with a Thai-based renewable energy company to help develop the first wind farm in Thailand and the biggest in Southeast Asia. I figured it would offer good photographic opportunities as well as a chance to live outside the United States. The FKW-KR2 wind farm project was a huge success and was completed in February 2013. Since then, we've started developing more and more farms in Thailand. I live on a resort in the Nakhon Ratchasima province in central Thailand, which is also, I think, the entry point into Isan province, northeast Thailand, about 3 hours north of Bangkok. My day includes getting to work at 8 a.m. and assisting the local Thais in learning how to service and maintain the wind farm while getting ready to start construction on our next project. Around 5 p.m., I leave work and go back to my room and play Xbox and try to find some dinner. My village of Huai Bong only has a couple thousand people in it, and it's far, far away from everything. If I want Western food, entertainment, shopping, or just to keep from bouncing off the walls, I have to drive about an hour to either Pak Chong or Korat City. I also try to squeeze in some photography on the weekends. My company provides me with a vehicle, and I have a valid international and Thai driver's license that makes getting around no problem. There are times I've noticed when the Thais have shown racism towards other Thais and dark-skinned people. The Thai people are very much into social standing and what others think of them, much more than other Asian countries I've visited. They don't like dark-skinned people. It doesn't matter where they're from, and they're not shy about letting you know it. They look at dark-skinned people as being lower on the social ladder. If your skin is dark, it usually suggests that you're a laborer or a farmer or some type of work outside, which they attribute to having less education. If your skin is white, then it means that you work indoors like an office or a bank or some type of place where education is needed. After talking to a young lady for a while, she told me, even though your skin is black, I can tell your heart is white. Whatever that means. All the stores have skin whitening and lightening products. I was with a friend shopping at the Tesco Lotus, and she asked me, why do I keep reading the label so closely? I told her I was looking for some lotion without whitening. She couldn't understand why I wanted normal lotion. I explained to her that I did not want to lighten my skin and I'm happy with my skin color. Later at dinner, I explained this further to her and she was completely blown away that I am happy with my dark skin and I didn't want to change it. The majority of Thais are also completely unaware of black Americans. They assume all Americans are 6 foot tall white guys and all black people live in Africa. So therefore, I must be from Africa. Sometimes when I tell them I'm American, they actually argue with me for a few seconds before they believe me. I've been told that I'm really from Africa and I only say I'm American to get girls in special treatment. I stand out so much more than the average person. There is no blending in. Just sitting at the table in the corner of a shop, I'm still drawing so much attention. I feel like a pink unicorn or something. Some people just come up to me and start talking as if they're 100% certain I'm from Africa. Like, what part of Africa are you from? Or, I like the way you Nigerians play football. Oh my goodness. The mood totally changes when they find out I'm from the US. Now it's all, yo homie, yo, and are you in a gang? And can you rap for us? All the stereotypical stuff they know from movies and TV. They want me to come party with them, take pictures, and talk to their English-speaking friends and relatives on the phone. It's like I get a pass for being black because I'm an American. I also speak more Thai than the average local foreigner or tourist, so that helps lighten the mood also. After living here for about 2.5 years, I can say this is not true of all Thai people. Just as in other countries, there are people that judge what a person looks like instead of who they really are. I live and work with a wonderful group of people that treat me like any other person, and we get along just fine. Although the Thais have many perceptions of what they think of people that look like me, I've never felt threatened or in any danger at all. Of course, I get the foreigner tax, but I can't remember or just didn't know any time I was treated different because of my dark skin. Most of it is just ignorance and they've never seen someone that looks like me. Don't get me wrong, some do have racist views and believe the perpetuated imagery that they see and hear about black people in the media. I guess overall they are cautious of what they don't know, but it doesn't really take long for them to warm up to you. It's interesting to hear Kendrick's take on life in Thailand, especially regarding how skin color plays such a big role in people's perceptions. He's basically getting hit with two sides of the coin. On one hand, he's got folks who treat him like an outsider, assuming he's African and totally unaware of black Americans or their culture. But once they find out he's American, suddenly he's treated like some kind of cool celebrity with people expecting him to fit the stereotypical urban mold. It's crazy to think that just the color of his skin, man, can make people jump into these conclusions about who he is or where he's from. What's even more interesting is how the local Thai culture and Asia as a whole usually associates dark skin with lower status, linking it to hard labor or less education, while lighter skin is seen as a symbol of wealth and intellect. That mindset seems to play a huge role in how people interact with him. From his friend being shocked that he actually likes his skin color to random strangers assuming he's from a completely different part of the world. At the same time, Kendricks points out that not all Thais are like that. Of course they're not. In my experience, the Thai people are some of the kindest people you will ever come across in your life. I personally love Thailand, its culture, cuisine, and people. But there's a lot of ignorance and misunderstanding, which is completely normal. Especially when it comes to people who are visibly different,
What's your thoughts overall on Southeast Asia?
I love it, man. Like, people are super nice, man. Everybody's nice, everybody's kind. I mean, you'll meet some people here and there that's kind of ridiculous, but for the most part, man, I love it out here. They love brothers, too. Like, I don't even like going back to the States sometimes, man, because you get so much love out here, man. People treat you like a regular person. Mm-hmm. Like, at no point in time do I ever feel like someone's treating me a certain kind of way because I'm black. They treat me how I am because I'm who I am. Mm-hmm. So, nah, man, I love it out here, man. It's dope.
Traveling abroad as an American black man is different. And yes, I said an American black man because real talk, y'all be acting racist and funny toward African black men. But when y'all see a man like me with the hair and hear the accents and things, it's different. That ain't the point of this TikTok. It's different. Yes, sir. Got this bit. Bro, what's your experience like?
My experience, what?
Being an American black man traveling.
Be an American black man traveling through Asia.
Yeah.
It's a vibe, man. You know, you gotta, once you get past like the looks, like that's the biggest thing you gonna always hear from anybody that's colored is that you get these looks that, you know what I'm saying, of awe, like somebody ain't never seen you before. But when you actually get to talk to them, it's not so much a look of, like sometimes they got the facial expression of disgust. I don't know why it look like that sometimes, like, but when you talk to them, they be like happy as hell, like, damn, I'm so happy to meet you, and damn, I was so shy, I didn't know what to say to you, and
I guess we be looking not approachable.
Yeah, I don't know, man, I'm always smiling. Sometimes they tell me, I'll be like this. So they be like, oh man, you look like me, man. You look like, I'm like, nah, man, I'm happy as hell. I'm like a teddy bear.
Word, but don't fuck with us.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget, man, we from them streets, man. Chi-town, America shit, you already know, Cincinnati, Young Natty.
Word.
So far, so good in Thailand. In this little 3.5 months I've been here, I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about the world, and I learned a lot about other people, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, Thailand has treated me like a friend, you know? I feel like I've really been brought into this community, and people treat me with love and respect and kindness. So, you know, I reciprocate the same, you know? Everywhere I go, somebody mic up, you know? Want to be a part of this community, which is why you see me out cleaning the beaches, which is why you see me out, you know, hanging out with people and doing amazing things, you know, anything to get me out the house, anything that I can do to give back to the community, that's what I want to be a part of. I wasn't able to do a lot of it in America, so I'm happy that I'm able to do it with amazing people here in Thailand. So to answer your question, Thailand has been amazing to me, and I hope it continues to be amazing to me, and I hope you guys welcome me into the community because I want to be a part of the family.
His experience highlights how most of the racism he's faced isn't necessarily rooted in hatred, but more in unfamiliarity and stereotypes. Like the idea that all black people are either African or living out some sort of Hollywood stereotype or image. But what's important here is how he's been able to make connections with people who treat him like an equal. It's refreshing to see that despite the cultural barriers and the occasional ignorant remark. He hasn't felt unsafe or unwelcome in his day-to-day life, which is the most important part. The story sheds light on how being an outsider can sometimes lead to an unfair assumption, but it also shows how building relationships and showing people who you really are can break down a lot of those barriers and walls. Make sure to check out my previous video on whether or not Filipinos are interested in dating black guys right over here. And please send over a story of your own that you'd like to be featured in the next video. Subscribe, share, like, and comment. My name is Roberto, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.